So is it recording? Are you able to see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So good morning to all of you. So in this class, again, I'll try to first recall what the things and try to clarify any of the doubts which you have earlier. So for that purpose, I created some examples so that what are the doubts which you have earlier that may be clarified today. Okay, so I've just recall what we done till now. So input alphabet is a set, right? Is the set of from which the symbols is to be transmitted or drawn, right? We assume that the input alphabet is of size q. So generally we'll keep q even it is finite field or not. Okay, and the symbols generally that the symbols are taken from fq, the field with the q elements. Then in that case, when you are taking alphabet as fq, then q, there is a restriction on q, that q is of the from p power n some prime p. The output alphabet is a set of symbols from which the channel produces the outputs. Here we assume the output alphabet is also fq most of the cases. If it is not, then I will specify that. So this is so we have an alphabet, and both input alphabet output alphabet are same, so no confusions. Okay, the message u is the block of symbols that sender wishes to transmit, right? For our purposes, u is an arbitrary word of k symbols. Okay, see, these are called block codes, means each block is of length k. So from the finite field fq, and so automatically u belongs to fq power k. This is the message. Now we have an encoder, is an algorithm or a function that sends user to pad the message u with redundant information. It can be looked up on a function, right? So it's called encoder function. Encoder function is a map from eq power k to, so fq power k to fq power n, means set of all k tuples are transformed to set of all n tuples by adding some redundant information, right? So that will help us to error correction and detection and correction. So if you do not add anything, then it is very difficult for us to detect and correct the errors. Even you cannot detect also. So that's why we need to embed a smaller space into bigger space, so that I can, there is a concept, look at the distances and other aspects, right? So this is where, but whereas my code is a linear code, then actually this encoder function I can represent as a matrix that is called generator matrix. Okay, so it is now a function, but matrix, you know that matrix also transforms vector to vectors. Yeah, so that we'll understand at that constant. It is for general. Okay, now a code C is set of all possible code words, right? That is, it is an image of the encoder function, right? So I take u from input is from word of length k, then I will transform it to fq power n. Okay, so an important parameters of the code are block length, dimension of the code. If, for example, if the code is linear code, then dimension play a role. Otherwise, there is no concept of dimension, right? So this term is typically used for linear codes. Okay, yeah. So block length. So length of the code is n, means they are words of fq power n, right? So rate of the code is k by n. When so this is also applicable when linear codes, much more better way, right? Otherwise, we will take log m base q, right? So the received word r belongs to fq power n is output of the channel, which is possibly the corrupted version of the code word c, right? If there are no corruptions, then we'll receive as it is. But received word is an element in fq power n, right? And now once you receive it, now we are trying to decode it. So the decoder is an algorithm that the receiver uses to recover the original message u from the received word y. Okay, here I wrote r, but here I put y, that's okay. It can be looked up on the function. So it is a function now. Decoder is a function from fq power n to fq power k. So I hope you understand that original message is of length k, right? So it says original message is of length k, then that we are now converted into code word of length n that transmitted. Again, we received a code word of length n, right? But again, we converted into code word of, word of length k. I cannot say code word, right? So word of length k. So this is the entire mechanism, right? So that estimates the message word k symbols from the received word y of n symbols. This decoder function generally estimates, either approximates or estimates, what you can say. So by using probability, sometimes that maximum likelihood decoding or minimum distance decoding. So it is all actually estimates. It is need not be exactly equal. So exactly equal depending upon the other parameters, distance comes into play, right? So any doubts till now? These are the things, definitions I'm giving last time, right? Okay, just I'm recalling all the definitions one more time, right? Okay. So actually the pictorially, this is like this, right? So we have raw data, so k bits. K bits will encode into n bits. Now n bits we transmit, right? So when we transmit, so these k bits now become n bits, k bits becomes n bits, k bits become n bit. Actual message actually contains many bits. We'll divide into blocks of size k like that, right? Then we will take in this way, right? So now we got the received message. It may be, then now we will do error correction or something if it is possible, depending upon the capability of what is the distance of the code and all. By using that, we try to correct it. So once we have a corrected message, so still it is in n bits only, right? Then we will, what we will do, we received the, after decoding, we'll get the received, okay? This entire mechanism is expressed in this diagram. Is it okay? Any questions? Okay, good. Okay, so actually what is the major problem? The primary objective of coding theory is to design coding schemes which are best possible parameters and different and efficient encoding and decoding algorithms. So we need to see that this is the main goal. So again, recall that the assumption that the channel input and output alphabets are same. Thus, if the transmitted code word is an n tuple of symbols from the field FQ, the received n tuple is also made up of elements from the same field. If the transmission errors have occurred, some of the received symbols, right, may be different from that were transmitted. So if X is transmitted and Y is received, then what happened? This is X is a word, right? Y is a word, but the only some symbols will be, there is an error in some symbols. So what we will do, we'll take the difference. Difference is possible because we are in the same field, right? Received and code both are in the same field. I'll take the difference. So then I'll see the error pattern. So if ith component Zi of the vector Z is not equal to 0, that means the error is said to have occurred in the ith position, right? That's why we'll call this as error pattern. This y minus x is the error pattern. So the decoding problem is to identify the error pattern given the received vector. Once we receive the vector, decoding problem is to identify the error given in the received vector, right? So these are the main theme of the error correction coding theory. Okay, but in the last time when you are answering, I understood that there may be some sort of confusion. So I want to clear up those things. See, first of all, fq power k is not a subfield of fq power n. Try to understand that. So you know that fq power k contain, it is a k tuples. Fq power n is n tuples. But in the coding theory, instead of n tuples, we write as I told you, we write in consequently without added n tuples, commas, and like that. You remember that? Yeah, but so it is even not a subset also, right? But embedding functions sending the vector fq power k to subspace fq power n. of dimension k, where generally k less than or equal to n. So to not understand still, so you recall that R square is not a subspace of R cube. So generally we say that R square, but R square is actually not a subspace, right? It contains an isomorphic copy of R square in R3. Because R2 is not even a subset of R3, right? So there is an isomorphic copy of R2 in R3, meaning we can embed R2 in R3. So how many ways you can do that embedding? So somebody can answer. How many ways you can embed R2 in R3?
Infinitely many.
Finitely many. So can you tell me?
Infinitely many.
Infinitely many. Okay, thank you, Aditi. Yeah, sorry, I'm not. Okay, infinitely many ways. Okay, so how do you can you give me one way, Aditi, one approach?
We just fix the z
Ah, Z as 0.
0
Very
m1.
good. Very good. So what we will do, so we will take xy to xy 0, right? X comma y comma 0. But that does not give, in a coding theory point of view, that does not give any information. That also I will explain you to an example. So are you understand that Aditi what told? X comma y, I can embed in R3 as x comma y comma 0, right? So z value 0. That means I am in the xy plane in R3, as in the geometrically, right? I can also make other ways. So is there any general approach somebody can help me? How can you look at R3 infinite way she told? Aditi showed. Can somebody else can tell me that why she told infinite ways? We
You
can
can
embed.
take Z to be any.
Right. Please go ahead.
So there are infinitely many. So x comma y comma 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Zero vector will not belong in that case.
As a subspace, if you want to see. Otherwise, actually, as a subset, you can
Okay.
embed. But as a subspace, yeah. Yeah, that is also good idea actually. Whatever Shruti you told, actually you are taking the parallel planes now, right? So that is actually what? That is what to the
Subset.
original one? Original one. Aditi told x comma y comma 0. You are telling x comma y comma 1. What is the connection between these?
Translated.
Translated and any other thing in the vector space concept of you? Second one to the first one?
It's adding 0 comma 0 comma 1
Yeah, to the entire
to the base
XY plane,
Aditi
right?
set.
No, in the vector space business, what is that they are called? The first one is subspace and second one is called to the first one. Something is there. I'm asking open, of course. See, in R3, XY plane is a subspace. Now you translated, you added 001 exactly 001. You added to every element of the XY plane. So then you are translated and you and what is that one called in the vector space business? That set.
I think it's called hyperspace. I am not.
Hyperspace is okay. Any other thing? Other okay, that's okay.
Because
Any other?
it won't be a subspace, but it is
It is
like
not a subspace. So, but it is related something to that. If I
yes,
take two elements in that space, what happens? There is difference.
it will lie in the
Yeah.
subspace.
So something okay. Anyone? Okay. That whatever you till now you told is okay. But I'm asking that somebody else may say something. So you have a subspace. You add some vector to it, to each individual element. I'll get something. That set is called something. No.
So in groups also we have something
In groups also we'll do. H is
X
subgroup of
plus
a group G.
quotient quotient.
Later you could
Vector.
do quotient that G by H you do something. But now I told everything actually. Yeah. What is that element set called? Someone, any one of you?
Quotient space of a
No,
vector
G by
space.
H is called quotient space, but I am asking that that XY plane you translated and you got XY comma Y comma 1.
Yes.
That shifting, that space, that set is called something.
Sir, cosets.
A coset, yes, okay. That is a coset. Yeah, that is what I am looking. So that is a coset. So they partition, right? Okay, good. So that is what actually, nothing. You may know, but if I say it is a coset, then you will say yes, it is a coset. But without that, I'm asking. Yeah, it is a coset. Good. But I'm asking as a subspace. Somebody else can help me that how can embed R2 into R3? Infinite way she told as a subspace, right? Aditi told infinite.
X comma 0 comma 1.
That is another way, but infinite ways she told. How can I prove infinite ways? I'll repeat the question. R2 can be embedded as an R3 as a subspace, infinite number of ways. That is what Aditi told. So how can you do that? So you know that any two,
We can take
yes, please.
linear combination of x and y in third
Uh,
coordinate.
Yeah, that is okay, Nikita. What I want to say that, see, XY plane is isomorphic to R2. YZ plane is isomorphic to R2. Similarly,
So,
YZ plane is also isomorphic to R2. Are there any other planes isomorphic to R2? Other things isomorphic
so
to R2?
any plane which passes through origin.
Any plane was passing through origin. Very good. So any plane which passing through origin. But how do you get those? Any plane passing through origin? Very good. How do you get that? How I get a plane passing through origin? Yes. Now that is the question. So in R3, I want to get a plane passing through origin. So how do you get it? How do I construct? I want to construct a plane passing through origin in R3. What is the mechanism? How can I start with?
You start with the line passing through origin and take all possible linear combinations for that line.
No, the line.
And it forms a plane.
You take a one vector, Pranita, as you are told. So very good. Pranita, actually you started nicely first. You take a one vector, non-zero vector, right? You take a non-zero vector and take all its linear combinations, means scalar multiples of that particular vector. Then you're going to get a line, right? But not a plane. So now one line linear combination is same only. You cannot say anything. One line means it is actually generated by only one vector, right?
I
But
said
I want
two
to
vectors. You take two vectors and
how do you take the second vector? Where I take the second vector? First vector I took some non-zero vector.
Sir,
Where
the intersection must be a zero vector.
intersection not I'm asking. So see, I took one non-zero vector. I take their linear all scalar multiples of it. That represents a line passing through origin. But I want a plane, not just line. What is the next step I
Sir,
do?
the second
Origin.
vector can be anywhere, and the third vector is the origin.
Third vector. What is third vector?
Sir, if you take 3 points, you get a plane. So one is the origin, and the other two can be anywhere, and then form vector.
So okay. So can I take 1 0 0 2 0 0 0 0 0?
No, like not on the same way.
That's
Then
what
you
I'm
only
saying.
get a.
So what is that you do? How do you proceed? Right. First you take one non-zero vector and take entire line. Line means all scalar multiple of it. That you can easily check that is subspace of R3. Right. Now I want a plane. So what is that I have to do? Okay, I'll tell. Yeah, please. Yeah, Aditi, go ahead, please.
Orthogonal with the second vector that we use will be orthogonal.
Orthogonal is not required actually. You take another vector which is not on the line bus, right? You take another vector another point which is not on the line. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then take that. Once we have that point, then I now again take all the scalar multiples of it. That is also forms a line, right? Now take all the linear combinations of these 2 points. Actually, basically what I'm saying, you take 2 linear independent vectors, right? You take 2 linear independent vectors. in R3 and their linear span, that is a isomorphic to R2, right? So basically you just take two linear independent vectors. They need not be orthogonal, right? That forms a plane, right? So that's why we can have infinite number of embeddings. But here also the same thing. Why I'm bringing that picture here is that, so only difference in coding theory is that instead of here we have infinite dimensional, we have only finite dimensional, right? So, and also like R2, I am embedding into R3. In general, f q power k, I am embedding into f q power n. So these things may help you to understand. So, yeah, okay. So I hope I given enough time here. I am able to clarify things. Okay, so let us go. So I'll try to explain with more examples now. An example for clarity, more and more example. I hope with this, I hope we can completely understand the coding theory part, main essence of that. Suppose I want to send a message taken from the set 00011011. So I told earlier also this example to my friend. Both of us know the message set. See, message, I take a message from this set. These are the messages. 00 is one message, 01 is another message. So you can think of north, east, south like that, right? Four. I want to send a north or south or west or east to my friend. Okay. But I am expressing as 00011011, right? So both of us know the message set. Now this is exactly f2 power 2. That also you know. It is a vector space of dimension 2. So over f2. F2 means that Z2. Alphabet is a binary symbols. Okay, I wrote everything now. So now if I want to send message as it is without any change, so now the code, this now become the code words. There is no change, right? This is become my code words. Say, see, encoding is nothing. So encoding is simply identity function. So what is the distance of the code? Since it is a linear code, so in the, how do you kind the distance? When it is a linear code, it is sufficient to look for the minimum weight of the non-zero code words. I am telling these things I mentioned last time. So, and there is a one code word 01 whose distance is 1, means weight is 1. So distance of the code is also 1. So we have to look at the non-zero code words, right? Weights of non-zero code words, we have 1 at least. Now while transmitting, if one error occur, then my friend cannot detect the error, right? I send 00, there is an error occurred, or I send 01, error occurred, my friend cannot detect it, right? One symbol changed to other symbol. So because I got another message in the message set. So I don't know which one, my friend does not know which one I sent. He will accept that. I hope you are clear with this. So now, so to avoid this situation, what we will do, we will try to now embed the message set into f2 power 3, okay? So that the distance can be increased to 2 or 3. Also ask question to yourself, okay? You are, so I'm now helping you that what is that you need to ask, how to ask in this coding theory. Is it possible to increase the distance of the code to 3? Okay, so meaning I need a subspace in f2 power 3 containing 4 elements as the distance between any two of them is at least 3. Sorry, I wrote 4. Sorry, galat hua hai. Okay, it is 3. Okay. Yeah, so code length 3. So you and I think some of you already got the answer whether possible or not possible. Okay. Yeah, so but at least 2 possible or not. So think of these questions. Okay. So let us now go ahead. So I give various instances of this. Suppose I embedded like this 00011011, right? I embedded as 0000100110. What is that I done? Somebody can tell me, can help me?
Added 0.
I just added 0 at the end, nothing I done, right? Now the code as like R2, R3 पे आप Z value 0 किया, ऐसा किया my end. I also done the same way. Now the code is this one. Now this is the code. This is code and this is message set. I embedded f2 power 2 into f2 power 3, right? Now what is the generator matrix? You remember the generator matrix is the matrix. This is the function. It is takes f2 power 0 to f2 power 3. So nothing actually. So I am now telling that, so you multiply 0, 0 this side, right? 0, 0 to 0, 0 multiplied this side, 0, 0, 1, 0 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Matrix multiplication. I am multiplying this side, 1 cross 2 to 2 cross 3, right? I'll get 1 cross 3, right? That is what happening. So, but I'm, instead of putting vectors, I'm putting as a word. That's the only difference. It saves time while typing. I no need to separate commas, brackets, no need to put. It is helping a lot. Okay, that may be one of the reason that they simplified the things. Okay, so what happens if I submit 0, 1? You can easily see that the first two 1, 0, 0, 1, it is identity matrix. So if I send 1, 0, 1, again I'll get 0, 1, and the last one is 0, right? So this is the generator matrix. So is it okay? You understand this matrix is taking this this space to this, right? I hope that part is clear. So now what is advantage of representing like this generator matrix? So generator matrix is exactly that. Instead of writing 4 words now, I'm just writing 2 words only here. What is these 2 words? They are 2 linear. This is the basis for this code. You check that it is a linear, it is subspace of f2 power 3. Okay, its dimension is 2, right? So this one only I embedded here in f2 power 3. So it is also dimension 2, right? So, but one can observe that nothing much improved. Okay, only one possibility is that if I send 0, 1, some other vector, if I take, I got some other vector, then there may be a possibility, but otherwise nothing. Okay, so it is actually now distance again 1 only. Nothing much improvement is happened. So I am not achieved much. So let us try another way. Any questions till now? This example is okay? Kuldeep Kumar, is it okay? Kuldeep?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Now I suppose to embed in this way. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Now embedding like this.
So,
Yeah.
so sorry, sir, but in the point number 2, is written that distance between any two of them is at least 4. Shouldn't it be 3?
Right. That's I told actually. There is a mistake. Galat hua. मैंने बताया था वो वाला.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. So there is a typo. Yeah, I told that. Okay, fine. Yeah. So now the code is so 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, right? So is it possible like this one? Okay. So what is happening here? Can somebody help me now? How can I get from here to here?
Parity check.
Parity check. Yeah, exactly. What is that I am doing actually? So parity, now all these things I am added 0 here, I added 1 here, so that now parity all are becoming even, right? Yeah, good, very nice. So now the code is now become this, and you can easily check that it is also a subspace. Okay, but now what is there any advantage? What is the generator matrix again? So I take 0, 1, 1, 0, 1 and 0, 1, 1. So I took these are 2 linearly independent, then it is a generator matrix, right? And the distance of the code now become 2. There is an advantage now. Now what is the advantage? My friend now detect single errors, but cannot correct it. Okay, I'll explain again. He will ask me to send again, right? Why? For example, I send 101 and my friend received 100, right? Since this is not a code word, why it is not a code word? Because code words are of even, if I add them, modulo 2, it is 0. 100, so odd parity means if I add them, I'll getting 1. Hence the error is detected. But my friend unable to decide whether I send 00 or 101 or 110, because one error happened, it is clear, but which one is happened, right? In particular, actually, in general, what is happening, this I explained in the last class. A1, A2, A3 is the received, then what is A3 equal to A1 plus A2? That is exactly the parity, right? We are adding them. Yeah. So this part we saw it. I hope now it is clear that what is generator matrix. If it is a linear code, generator matrix help us to, instead of writing all the code words, it is sufficient to express the generator matrix. With that, I will get all the codes. It is a basis, right? Basis expressed as a matrix. Okay, so it contains entire information. That is the beauty of the vector spaces, right? So sufficient to know the basis. Okay, now what is its, what do you mean by CPerp? The complement, right? What are the vectors which are orthogonal to these? That you know, that is exactly that 1, 1, 1, right? 1, 1, 1. And what is this is itself is a code. It is itself is a code. What is the length of this code? That is 3. Okay, try to understand that later. These things will helpful while you understanding. And the generator matrix for this one is 1, 1, 1. Why? What it is doing? So it is generator matrix is 1, 1, 1 means it is a matrix from where to where? It is taking what is its domain for this function? Somebody can help me? It is a map from f2 power k to f2 power 3, right? What is k value?
1.
1, 1, very good, 1, because 0 mapped to 0, 0, 0, 1 mapped to 1, 1, 1. It is like that. Okay. But actually it is subspace. It is subspace. Forget about that. C cap, C perp and C both are subspace of f2 power 3 only. Okay. And dimension of C is 2 and dimension of C perp is 1. The sum is equal to 3. That also we discussed last time, right? I am explaining one more time so that any doubts are there. So I cannot repeat. This is the last time. Okay. And okay. So nice. Till now, nice thing happened. But is it possible to increase the length to 3? That is the question mark. So I'm able to do this much. But now, is it possible for me to embed 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 to f2, 3, but the distance of the code is 3? You think about, you will obviously already you know the answer, but you no need to tell me, right? Yes. So now I am just one more example. So for more clarity ke liye. So let us say now 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. I map it to here. Somebody can help me that I am mapping where to where. Encoding map is from where to where. Yes, please. Any one of you. Yeah. Aditi, yeah, go ahead.
For the first FQ, the Q is obviously 2 and K is 2 and N is 5.
N is 5. Thank you. So it is a map from, so that is exactly this generator matrix. You can see generator matrix is actually you give input as 2, 1, 0, 0, 0 you give, then I'll get 5 zeros, right? So generally you multiply, you know that AX equal to lambda X, you multiply this side, but I am multiplying row vectors. Okay, that is a small difference here. Okay, that is also the reason actually writing vectors is little difficult every time column wise. At least in LaTeX is difficult. Okay, maybe that may be the reason, I don't know. Otherwise you can take the transpose. Okay, G transpose into column vector. Don't worry about that much. Okay, now it takes it is a 2 by 5, so it takes input as 1 cross 2 and 2 cross 5. I'll get 1 cross 5, right? Okay, now the distance of the code is 3. Now you see distance of the code is 3. The single error occurs in any code word, then we are able not only to detect but also correct it. Now we can correct also. Since what is the reason? Since the received vector will still be close to the transmitted code word than any other. Okay. In this case, the generating matrix is this, right? So I'll take the these two vectors. These are linearly independent. So why I wrote first third vector as here? Because better that I have this first two, the first two columns. Now I'll get a identity matrix. That will help us that you look at here the codes. Okay, all these codes. Okay, so first two letters are actually in this 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So as it is the same message is given in this one. Last three are redundant bits. Okay, so but what happens if I write this one? There is still not a problem. Okay, that we will see in a while. Is it possible that always can I get identity? In general, no. Okay, I have many vectors. So there is a possibility that sometimes even you do not have identity matrix, but there the concept of equivalent codes will come, that we will discuss. And this is the parity check matrix. Parity check matrix means what are all words which are it is the generator matrix for the dual code. Okay, so you can easily check that all these vectors are perpendicular to, means if I take this vector, right, 0 1 1 0 1, and you multiply to, means do inner product with any row here, it becomes 0. Okay, or H into G transpose is equal to 0 matrix, right? Again, you know that it is sufficient to check with G, right? So if it is all the rows of H are perpendicular to the basis vector, then they are perpendicular to entire code also. That's the advantage of linear code. Okay. Yeah. Anyhow, CPerp otherwise also will not come. And now, what is now H?
Sir,
yeah.
Why is that only advantage for a linear code?
Linear code. So linear code advantage, which part actually I'm telling that advantage linear code is that one of the advantage we discussed, that distance becomes easy to evaluate. That is, we can simply measure the weights. Second part, what I'm telling here is that it is sufficient to look for the basis only. Even multiplication, see, if these two vectors are orthogonal to all the rows, these two vectors are orthogonal to all the rows, then all the vectors are also orthogonal to all the rows. Okay, it is because,
right, sir, that I understood, but what is not in the case of non-linear code?
Non-linear code, okay, yeah. So non-linear code, actually now there is no concept of orthogonality, sir. There is a actually, yeah. So yeah, that is not correct sentence what I made. Yes, agree. So there is no concept of even orthogonality, non-orthogonality in the non-linear codes. So
Right,
there is
sir.
no concept of, yeah. So 100% agreed. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Yeah, yeah. So that means you are following each and every sentence. Very good. Thank you. Good. Okay, nice. Okay, till now I hope everything is clear. Any doubts? Any questions? I know that some of you maybe understood that why I'm not taking the 4/4, right? We have 2 power 4. I'll come to that. So here I'm able to give that some clarity here. And so one more thing that I want you to check, that H is a CPerp dimension equal to 3, right? So these are the linear independent vectors. So it is a map from where to where. Think about all those things also. It is actually mapping from f2 power 3 to f2 power 5. Okay. Okay, so now your question, if you have that, so I'm just telling you that. Sorry, I wrote that my encoding function, my function. Suppose I have not written properly. Let us try encoding 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 with more examples. Let us try my encoding function as f2 power 2 to f2 power 4 as, so like this, right? So C1 is so now C1 is like this, right? I am putting C1 as name for this one. C1 is a linear code. Is it a subspace? Is it a subspace of f2 power 4, C1? Any one of you? Hello?
Yeah.
So how do you check? Some of you are facing difficulty, so let us discuss sometime. How do you check whether it is subspace or not? At least binary case is much easier. Yeah, Nikita. Go ahead, Nikita.
You can check the conditions like linear combination and.
Yeah, actually, we asked 3 questions last time. You remember, is zero vector belong to this or not? Second one is that
zero vector, then addition of 2 and
vectors
then
is there.
scalar multiplication.
Now, is it a third condition is necessary in the binary code?
No.
Not required. Why? Because in the binary case, is subspace over F2 multiplying by 0 or multiplying by 1. Okay. So only thing you need to check is that in a binary case, very beautiful, that only check that whether sum is there or not. Okay. You take any two elements, there sum is also here, we are done. Okay. Basically, you are actually checking the subspace, subgroup only, subgroup point only. Yeah. Okay. So it is clearly a, so sum of these two is this one. It is clearly a subspace, right? So it is a linear code. Okay. And what is the generator matrix for this code? You know how to build it. I'm not going into those details, right? So what is C1 perp? Is it C1 perp is same as C1? So you take any vector here. So for example, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So dot product with all the vectors here, is it equal to 0? I repeat, 0, 1, 0, 1 ले लो. Dot product with all the 4 vectors. Right?
Yes, sir.
Is yes, right? So it is orthogonal, each vector is orthogonal to itself, right? So is it C1 equal to C1 perp? Check that. If it is so, then it has name actually. I'm not mentioned, but it is called self-orthogonal, self-dual map, sorry. Self-dual code. A code is said to be self-dual is C1 equal to C1 perp. If C1 is contained in C1 perp, it is called self-orthogonal, just names only, nothing much. So self-dual codes, so we can think about self-dual codes and their dimension is a little bit, there is a restriction. So this type of questions you already come across in your linear algebra also. So null space equal to the range space, questions like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, because actually the code is C perp is actually, you see that C perp is in the null space of the generator matrix, right? Like that. Yeah. Anyhow. So carefully try to concentrate and try to understand them later. Okay. Now I am making another map now. Now I'm making another map. So 0, 0, now I mapped like this, right? Okay. So is it again a linear map, linear code?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is the generator matrix for this? Is it in the standard that identity matrix and something? Aega? Yeah.
No.
Little bit. Look at carefully. You will realize that. Okay. But what is happening in this first one? You see that 0, 0, 0, 0. I repeated twice. You see 0, 0, 0, 0 repetition. 0, 1 I repeated twice, right? 1, 0 repeated twice. 1, 1 repeated twice. Whereas here, can you see some sort of that approach? Here I done that 0 is repeated twice, this first bit. Second bit is repeated twice. So here 0 is repeated twice. 1 is repeated twice, right? So like that. Okay, so we can again check that these two. Now, is there any difference in error correcting capabilities in these two codes? What is the distance of this code?
2.
2. What about the distance of this code?
It's 2 only again.
Is also 2, right? And yeah, so there is not much difference. Okay, so that help us to understand the meaning of something called two QRA codes are said to be equivalent if one can be obtained from the other. Okay, one or both of the following operations listed below. So permutation of the components, a permutation of the positions of the code word. Okay, I think you may not be clear. Actually, many textbooks written like that, it is not much clear actually, but anyhow. So let us see, I'll explain with a little different way. Suppose code contains some code words. You know that I am writing n comma m comma d. M is the size of the code, right? M code words are there, right? So now they are displaced. Generally, we display all the M code words as n cross M matrix, right? Each row is a code word. So they are of, so there are M code words. So M rows are there, right? So I can list all the things. It is not a generator matrix. Okay, it is general. I am not even concentrating on the vector space or something. It is general, not linear codes. Okay, any code can be expressed as a matrix full. Okay, if it is a linear code, then I will do the row echelon form and all. Finally, only linear independent are the top. I can bring it to top, and that is the generator matrix, right? Entire thing now not a generator matrix. Okay, so where the rows represent the code words. So operation 1 corresponds to the relabeling of the symbols appearing in the given column. Okay, operation 2. So some people may be like me, maybe some people may understand the matrix version than the like this. That's why I'm expressing this way. Operation 2 represents rearrangement of the columns of the matrix. So I'll explain you this. For example, my symbol is F3 is equal to 0, 1, 2. So is this a code? Is this a code? Yes, it is a code, because code is simply a subset of F3 power 3. It need not be a linear code, but it is a code, right? So it is a code of length 3. Okay, clear. It is a code of length 3. What is the distance of the code? Somebody?
2.
Why distance of the code is 2? Distance means what? I take all the distances. What is the distance between these two words?
3.
1 and 2, 0, 1,
Yeah.
2, and it is 2, 3, right?
They're different at all places.
What is the, they are different all places. So I actually, I wantedly taken like that 0, 1, 2. Now I started with 1, I started with 2 here, right? Then 0, 1, 2. So now I want to, 1 should not come here, I make it 2, right? 2 is here, I make it 0, right? So like that I made it. So what is the distance of the code? Again, one more time.
3.
It is 3. You take any two of them, distance is 3. So why that question came, somebody told why they are told like that. That's why this question. What is the minimum weight of the code?
Uh, I don't think weight would come.
2, sir.
Weight is, minimum weight is 2. But why in above two quantities are not equal? We told that distance of the code equal to minimum weight of the code. Why that is not possible here?
So this is not a binary code.
Binary code also, even binary code is not a problem. Not binary code or that one. That is not the reason. Okay, anyhow, Pranita, who told, I don't know.
0, 0, 0 is not here.
Okay, why that is not there? These are the questions I am asking that to clarify doubts actually.
So it's like 0, 0 is not there, so that the weight is equal to the distance is only when we have a subspace. Like
Subspace. It's a linear code. Yes, yes, yes. See, these are all the results. The distance of the code equal to minimum weight happens only when we have, it is a linear code, subspaces. It is because there the difference, everything will be there. So I can find the distance from. So that's what you need to understand that theorem statement properly. Okay. So to clarify that I'm telling, so generally do not conclude. Similarly, you see here, so distance of the code is 2, you do not say like that. Okay. It is because it is not a linear code. That facility available only with the linear codes. The linear codes only distance and the minimum weights are equal. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I'll just look at this code now. What is the distance of this code?
3.
Again 3. But is it a linear code?
Yes.
It is a linear code. Actually, it is called repetition code. You remember that we discussed this. Lambda, 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 right? You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am requesting many times you that please revise so that it will be easy for you also, now for me also, right? Otherwise, I have to repeat the same things again and again. Okay. Anyhow, thanks. So lambda, 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 lambda is belongs to 0, 1, 2. Then I'll get this. This is a. It is linear. Okay. Now the question is that this code and this code are equivalent. So do not think in terms of isomorphism or like that. Equivalent codes are different. So they have same error capabilities, not as a isomorphism. So this is not a linear code. This is a linear code. So they are not equivalent. That you cannot conclude that way. Okay. So actually you try to apply these. Actually what we are doing is that see. So this is the code I written right in the matrix form or like this. So 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0 and 2, 0, 1. Right now. Okay. Okay. Good. So what I'm doing, so I'm applying the permutation. What is the permutation I'm applying? See, correspond to the relabeling of the symbols appearing in the given column. What I'm doing, I'm look at the second column. The second column, what I'm doing, okay, I'm replacing 0 to 2, this 0 to 2, right, and 1 to 0, 1 to 0, and 2 to 1, okay, 2 to 1, right. And now third column, that means I'm, permutation of the symbols, right? So if I permute all the symbols, not at two places, you have to permute at all the places, then still distance will not, there is no problem. Okay. So if I ask you, give me three symbols like this. So for example, I made like this now, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, 1. If I ask you, so give me first one word, then give me another word, this is distance is 3. So you may give little different way, right? You may, there is a possibility that you may give little different way than me, right? That is exactly what is happening here. Okay. Yeah. So now third row also I changed. See, I changed 2 to 0 and 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. So then what happens to this now? Okay. So are you able to see that this is transformed like this? This one. Is it SR okay or no? So 0 to 2, second row. So we just first concentrate, sorry, second column. Concentrate on second column. 0 mapped to 2, 1 mapped to 0, and 2 mapped to 1. So 0, 1, 2 are here, right? Right, good. Now what happens to that last one? 1 mapped to 2, 0 mapped to 1, and 2 mapped to 0. So it is like this, right? So now these two are actually equivalent. So how we get to C double prime from C prime? C, can somebody help me? How I get C double prime from C?
We are just replacing the third and the second column.
We are interchanging the first and second column. Still, actually, there is no problem, right? Still, distance, everything will be preserved. All are same. Okay. So that is what my statement here in the second statement. So these are the equivalent words. Okay. Represents the rearrangement of the columns of the matrix, right? These are the two operations we can do. But when you are in the linear code, then we can do much better, more operations. Okay. So we'll discuss that with examples and other aspects. Okay. Okay. Still now I hope certain parts are clear to you. So still I'll try to explain much more better way. Okay. Now come to the linear code. I'm just recalling today. Till now I'm recalling all the things one more time. So to construct a linear NK code, we have to construct k-dimensional subspace. These I told in the previous class, but repeating, of fq power n. Note that here we are not considering the distance d at all. Hence the problem is easy. For example, I want to construct NK code, linear NK code, but nothing. So in order to construct NK code without considering the distance, I not worry about and all distance. then very easy to construct the code. Okay, so easy to define a map from fq power k to fq power n. I'm not worried about the distances at all. Easy to construct. So what is that? The easiest way to is to that choose k linearly independent vectors and take their span. Bas ho gaya, right? Problem is easy. This can be done. Choose a k cross n generative matrix with rank n with entries from fq. And the set of vectors of the form Vg. So where V runs over all the elements of fq power k gives the subspace. In other words, every code word is simply uniquely expressed as linear columns of the rows of G. So the generator matrix as explained earlier. So this is like this. So ask one more question, is G 1, 1? Is G, some questions actually I'm asking. G fq power 2c is a isomorphism? Okay, so no need to answer now. So ask again that in order to construct NK code, we choose k linearly independent vectors in fq power n. Usually the matrix, we choose in such a way that first I will take the k by k identity matrix pehle, right? Then I will append any other columns. So then automatically it is k linearly independent vectors already came for me, right? So the code is described by, so in this form, the code described in this form is called systematic. Okay. In the systematic, what happens? The data after converting, so first k letters are going to be data and remaining is parity. But your matrix is not systematic. Then the data will be at any place and the parity at any place. Is it clear? Yeah, any questions? Is it okay? Right. Okay. So the problem becomes interesting if you want to construct NKD code, D also added. For example, is it possible to construct 324 code? 324 code. 324 code means what? N is 3, K is 2, right? And D is 4. It is not possible,
No,
right?
we can't.
We can't do, obviously, because D is less than or equal to N. We already know distance cannot be more than N, right? Just I am asking. So it is not possible. Is it possible to construct 3 to 3 base 2? So now I put here 2. 2 means binary. I am asking binary. Is it possible to construct 3 to 3? 3 to 3 means what? What is the meaning of this? So is it possible to find an encoding map? So 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 to F3, F2 power 3. So the distance is equal to 3. Is it possible? Are you clear with the question? At least one of you are clear with the question. F2 power 2 to F2 power 3 I had to map with a distance equal to 3. I asked this earlier also, right?
So 0, 0, 0 and 1, 1, 1.
0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, but is it a dimension 2? What is this k?
Oh, no.
Dimension is 2, right? That's why 0. So you are actually this k is telling that F2 power k. You are mapping F2 power 1. So actually what you are doing is this. Okay, here you see that last time also I gave this map, right? What is that you are doing? So F2 you are putting inside F2 power 3. I am giving one more example. Okay, I will come to this in a while. Okay.
It's not possible, like, because
It is
only
not possible. Yeah. So why this is not possible? These are the questions. Okay, just keep these questions with you. Now we are able to see that it is not possible, right? Those who are not able to see, just keep and try it. That question's answers will come in a while. Okay. Yes. Okay, but now if I change it to instead of now I change instead of binary, I'll go to Q, any Q. Now it work or not? Check that also. Even that for that also answer will come in a while. Okay. Is it possible to construct 3222? That's we already done, right? We computed previous page. You remember that? Somebody can recall that? 3222 wala? I mapped f2 power 2 to f2 power 3 with distance 2. Do you remember that? Forgot, okay. The parity check wala hai na hamare paas? I thought that you are here. Okay, see, you remember here I put everything. So this one, you see that? So what is this? What is this doing actually? This is this code. See, this code parameters are what? 3, 3 comma 2 comma 2. 3 comma 2 comma 2, right? Y3, first 3 is the length of the word is 3. Y2, I am coming from 2-dimensional space 2. So or otherwise the dimension of the space is 2, right? We can think 2 in 2 ways. So message space dimension or the dimension of this set itself. Okay, and distance is also 2. So it is a 3 to 2 space. Okay. So we done in 2 ways actually. Remember, we done in 2 ways. Okay, one is this one is parity, right? We done in 2 ways. Okay. Oh, no, only one way. Sorry, that is in other case. That is in 4x4 case. We done 2 ways. Sorry. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. So now I also recall that this also help you. I am reminding one more time. This I given in the previous class. I want to embed f2 in f2 power 3. So f2 is of dimension 1, right? f2 power 1. I want to put in ft power 3, dimension 1. So dimension 1 means what? You take any non-zero vector and take its linear combination, right? So my vector is 0, 1, 0. So what is its linear combination of 0, 1, 0? Lambda times. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, right? Scalar multiples. I'll get only 2 vectors, right? 0, 0, 1, 0. If I multiply it to 0, I'll get 0, 0, 0. If multiply by 1, I will get 0, 1, 0. Span of that vector, right? In f2 power 3 pi. So then I'll get these two, but there is not much change. Again, distance is 1 only. Here also distance is 1. Here also distance is 1. Okay, there may be some advantage because other code words we can, but usually I send 0, 0, 0. I'll get so but I'm not sure that which one to connect, whether 0, 0, 0 or 0, 1, 0. It is very difficult. One error happened. Here it is very tough. But whereas here, now my word I take as 0, 1, 1. Then what is the linear span of that? Now f2 embedded in f2 power 3 again. But now distance is 2. Now what is the advantage now? The advantage now is that I can detect the error. One error happened, I can detect. If I send 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, one error happened in here, then I'll get a weight of length 1, weight 1, right? 0, 0, 1 पे एक change हुआ तो weight 1 vector आएगा. 0, 1, 1 पे एक error आए तो either length weight 3 आएगा, नहीं तो weight 1 आएगा. But I can detect it, right? So I can detect, but I cannot correct now. Okay, here. But now you take 1, 1, 1, I can even not only detect and I correct. I'm explaining one more time. Those who are not clear previously, now I hope it will be clear to you. Embedding of f2 in f2 power 3. Okay. So and so now it is always better that each question में आप अपने आप पूछ लो what is the generator matrix for this, parity check matrix for that, right? So it is always better that each and every example pe we better try. Okay, so that is what I asked here, the questions. Yeah, any questions till now? Any questions? You have any doubts or anything? Am I making you some sort of confusion? I made you any place? Okay, right. So let us now go forward to explain you things in a little different way. Till now, those who are not understand, maybe with this they may be clear. Suppose we wish to send a message 1101. So this is another approach. Okay. So we associate each, this is the first scheme developed by Hamming. Hamming first done actually at that moment in 1948, 50s. Okay, so there are actually, we don't, now we have computers, everything. There at that moment, they use it to use punched cards. So cards, they need to put zeros and ones manually, or punched cards are difficult to read and get. So one mistake happened, entire card we need to change. He frustrated. So he understood that if we able to detect, we can also correct. So how to do that? So this is the first code came. That's why we'll call to his name. We'll call Hamming distance, Hamming weight. So even we have Hamming codes now that we am going to discuss now. Okay, right. Suppose we wish to send a message 1101. So we associate each of the 4 message bits with a specific intersection region, 3 pairwise overlapping circles as illustrated below. Okay, what I will do. So this, look at the second thing, M1, M2, M3 here, and M4 is intersection of all the circles. Okay, M4 came little above. So now, so these are my message bits. M1 is here, M2 is here, right? M3 is here, and M4 is here. Okay, so Hamming codes. Now, what is that Hamming done? He added the parity bits so that each circle has even parity. That is, sum of the 4 bits in each circle. So you take one circle, this circle. Sorry, I have not put colors and all. Okay, I hope you understand. So now I put red one here, because now if I add all the ones here, I'll get 0, right? If I add all ones in this particular thing, I put 0 such that, because already if I add all of these things, it becomes again 0. Here also it become again 0, right? So I added the parity bits in such a way that it happens. Okay. Now do not look at this second one here. So now the image, now imagine that the code word 110, so this is in the first picture, is transmitted via the modem over the noisy communication channel. Sorry. So I made a mistake. Sorry. Anyhow, so I have to add one more diagram that I missed actually. So I'll try to add later. Yeah. So there is a code word. Yeah, luckily, I think it is okay. Even in the first picture, the same. Okay. So this is the 1101 and 100, right? It transmitted via modem over the noisy communication channel, and the 1 bit is corrupted, so that the second picture receives the second picture is that. So I hope you understand what is happening is that which symbol changed now. If you look at these two, so parity bits you can call P1, P2, P3, right? Which symbol is changed? M1, M2, M3, M4, P1, P2, P3.
M2.
M2 changed. Okay. So M2, how do you check that it is M2 or something, right? So that also easy. So the thing is that, so now you got this message, right? So this is the message you got, and you know that, so M2 changed. So how can you check that? It is easy to see that the bit M2, which is the intersection of the first and second, third circles, okay, where the parity is odd. Here also now the parity is odd. Okay, the first one parity is odd and the third one is also parity odd. So it is intersection of 1 and 3. So that is exactly M2. Okay, so that is the some mechanism he done. Okay, so actually a linear Hamming code falls under the category of linear block codes. In general, we can extend it. It is actually 7,4 linear code, 7,4,3. 7,4,3 code. I'll explain in a while. Okay, in general, it can be extended that any p you take p greater than or equal to 3. So 2 power p minus 1, 2 power p minus 1, 3. Okay, it is always possible to construct distance 3 code like this. Okay, that is the Hamming code. Okay, so So how it is, we'll discuss this later, but I'm just giving you now the inputs. The code length is this much, and number of information symbols is k value is this much, and n minus k is p, and d equal to 3, and error capability, since d equal to 3, it can correct to 2t plus 1, t equal to 1 here. One error it can correct it, but it can detect up to 2. So when p is equal to 3, it is 743 binary Hamming code. Okay, so one of you can take this as their topic also. Somebody want to tell that Hamming code as their topic, they can take Hamming codes. So all Hamming codes, these are the parameters. So now with these parameters, then y distance is always 3, y error capacity 1, like that they can prove it. They want to take this as their presentation topic. Yeah, Dhruv Kumar, yes, please.
Yeah, sir, I would like to take it.
Okay. Thanks, Dhruv Kumar. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, good, very good. Thank you. So you have to do is that, so try to study what are all Hamming codes, and try to explain that why Hamming code distance is always 3, and it is a, later we'll see that it is a perfect code. I'll explain you what is a perfect code, and your goal is to prove that Hamming codes are perfect, right? And try to write
Okay, sir.
program, Sage program to construct. So you people may know Sage code. So you, as an assignment, you can write that, try to construct Hamming codes for each. So yeah, good. So start working and we'll discuss. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. On the
Yes, sir.
spot. Okay, good, very nice. So, but only thing is that you have to come up this talk, maybe 1 week time only you have. Okay. No need to tell in this week. Maybe next week, next Thursday, I think you please ready. I will help you if you need any help, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Not this tomorrow's Thursday, not next Tuesday also, next Thursday. Okay, so half an hour you have to talk on this Hamming codes. Be ready. Okay, fine, good. It is because exam is there, right? Exam is on 19th onwards. So I want to include entire coding theory portion. So it is better by that time if you clear, it will be beneficial. Okay. So in particular, but my earlier, this entire thing, this codes, maybe little modification of the one of the two rows basis. So generating matrix for 743 code is like this. Okay. I given complete information here, but anyhow, he's going to explain you. The parity check matrix for this one is this. Okay. You can understand that you have doubts. So multiply 0, 0, 0 this side, right? So this side. So then 0, 0, 0 map to this. So message M and code word. So I given complete table here. You can understand this. Okay. And here there is a one small theorem. Okay. So if my generating matrix is the code is G, the generating matrix of the code C. So whenever I say that generating matrix, I hope you understand it is a linear code only, right? So sorry, I do not write linear code, but I hope you understand that it is a linear code only, right? So can you think of the proof? So I'll just close this proof. What I'm saying that if I know the generator matrix, this is an algorithm that I know even parity matrix also. So exactly the parity matrix as given by minus A transpose and I n minus k. So we need a proof for this. Okay, I'll repeat. If this is generator matrix for a linear code C, then it is possible to construct the parity matrix from the generator matrix. Okay, this is the parity matrix. Okay. So what is that we need to do? You know that this is the parity matrix means that every column vector, every column here, sorry, every row here, every code vector, every code word is actually perpendicular to any row of H, right? That's what we need to show. Or in particular, if you multiplying this side, so column. So you take a code word and multiply to H transpose, right? Column, then they have to be 0, right? Multiplying on which side that matters. Okay, so then but in order to show that every code is perpendicular to every column, it is sufficient to look at the basis only, right? That is what we are telling. So now from the basis I can construct it. From the generator matrix I can construct the basis of the C-perp. Okay. So if it is a binary code, then A minus can be removed. Why? We can simply write A transpose. Because in the binary, -1 is same as +1. Okay, there is no problem at that time. Okay, so sketch of the proof is that recall that every code word is a linear combination of the rows of G. Or the rows of G forms a basis for C. Hence, it is sufficient to check for the rows of G is orthogonal. Every row of G is orthogonal to every column of G. So I am not given the complete proof. So please, I request you to do it. So take ith row of G. How ith row of G look like? Somebody can help me.
It will be 0, 0, 1 at the ith place, and then zeros, and then elements of A.
What is ith row of A? How it look like? General matrix. बता सकते हैं आप? But be remember that you need to start from which column. So yeah. So can you tell me the ith column? So are you so yeah, okay, 1 minute. So I'll unshare and share again. So I hope you are able to see the board, right? Yeah. So now what is ith row? So G is equal to, I took IKA, right? How the ith row look like? Yes. So this is 0, 0 like that. So here we have 1 and 0. 1. Then what are the elements here? Yeah.
A, I, K plus 1.
Very good.
And so on up to A, I, N.
N. Very good. So this is the ith row. So what is the jth? So jth column. Okay, so look at that matrix and try to multiply and look at that. That's what I'm saying. So how the jth column look like? Okay, so let me unshare and again I can write there itself if you. So jth column of J. So jth column try curl and so multiply those two and check. Okay, easy. You multiply, you will realize that what is going to happen. So these identity matrix here will take care. Okay, so you're going to get 0, right? Yeah. So till now everything is okay. The advantage of this is that now we are way to detect the errors now. Till now we are only encoding. Encoder function we know by G. Now decoding, how we can do the decoding. So now I'll go to decoding part. Now we have the way of decoding vectors that V is received during the transmission. V H transpose is not equal to 0. Then there is an error. If V equal to H transpose equal to 0, then we cannot conclude that there is an error for sure, because but we do know that V is a code word. It may be other code word, that's okay. Since it is more likely that no errors are occurred, then enough errors occurred to change from one code one to another. So best guess is that error did not occur. Means, for example, distance is more, distance of the code is more. So to convert from one code word to another code word, so it is more than the very large number of errors bits has to be changed, right? Yeah, so that is the meaning here. Okay. So what is that I'm telling is that how to check whether given word how to detect errors now. I received a word, I will do V into H transpose. If it is not equal to 0, then error is there, right? Because every code word is perpendicular to, H is the parity check matrix for the, H is generative matrix for the CPerp. So every code word is perpendicular to H transpose, right? Columns of H transpose. Columns of H. Okay, C is the binary code of the matrix. So to understand much better way, so I'll try to help you. So to explain that much more with an example, what I'm talking about. Okay, so somebody can tell me that what is the dimension of the code? Here the matrix is given. Okay, so better take 2 minutes gap maybe, right? So I will start at 12:05, okay? Because continuous it is going on.